Yan, magandang hapon po sa inyong lahat. Yan, Star Kada, yan mga kabibing, good afternoon po. Saan man sulok kayo mundo naroon ay sana'y nasa mabuti po kayong kalagayan. Yan. Mga OFW nating mga kaibigan dyan, ayan, sana'y nasa mabuti rin po kayong kalagayan. Thank you sa walang sawang suporta ka M1 Star Tiny TV. Ayan, sa mga panunod nyo ng aking mga upload videos. Salamat. So, nagbabalik si M1 Star Tiny TV. Ilang araw tayo hindi nag-live. 5 days. So, ito. I-replay lang natin dito yung inauguration or taking ni Ferdinand Bongbong Romualdez Marcos Jr. Ayan. So, atin pong mapapanood dito, no? So, samahan nyo ko kahit isang oras lang. Kunin natin kay SMNI. Saan na ba yun? Naglo-loading pa?
Needed appliance upgrade? May hulugan na pwede. Download Zugi by SB Finance. Sa SB Finance, dito pwede. Marcos. Iba't ibang lider ng bansa ang dumalo sa inaugurasyon ni President Bongbong Marcos sa NATO Museum sa Manila ngayong araw. Sila ay mula sa bansang Brunei, Cambodia, Indonesia.
Mali yung ano natin. Saan na ba tayo po? Ito na nga lang.
Matatagaling mga live reports. Update muna sa ating mga ka-partners, reporters na na-deploy ngayon sa iba-ibang mga lugar. Bali, nagsisimula pa lang.
Partner Mike, balikan lang natin itong naging
Lorena Clemente, and shout out Culver Genetics team. Wait lang.
I'm very happy na nagkaroon.
Natin ngayon. It's sabihin, wala nang makita nga kahit konting hitwa. Titig group sa kanilang outgoing chief and president. And then,
Diyan tayo magsisimula, no? Thank you, Lorena. Courtesy. Ayan, ayan. Ito na, ito na. Play na natin.
Ito sa EDSA nung 36 years ago ay magkakaroon ng panibagong yugto ng pagmumulang bayan.
Exactly. And one of the way that really opened the eyes of the people, opened the minds of the people, is during the PRRD term.
Yes.
He gave the way to open the minds of the people of what really was happening back in the Marcos days.
Me
Diba?
included.
Included me as well. Lahat tayong
Marami tayo.
bansa.
Yeah.
So napakaganda talaga ka Eric and Yusek Lorraine, Colonel Frank, na yung nakikita natin ngayon, it's really, wala kang makita nga kahit konting hidwaan or anything. Peaceful, maganda yung daloy, everything, including the environment that we're seeing right now.
More than anything, what this is the triumph of the Filipino people and our democracy. At saka si President Duterte, there's no other description that I can think of, but he's a transformative president. He transformed not just our country, but he transformed our minds, our hearts, our souls, our consciousness was risen, that so many things that we didn't know, now we know. No, we now know who the real enemies are, and that know now how to fight for our country, because of so how he did it. No? With great courage, without counting the cost. No? Galing talaga this president.
Colonel Frank, you were saying something.
Yes, actually, sa protocol naman po, nakikita ko dyan, napapansin yung mga kababayan. Nasa right side si President Duterte, because the right side is the place of honor. He was really honored by the incoming President. Kasi he is out. High regards sa mga pakala ng incoming.
Malamang Colonel Frank, ang sinabi mo kanina na yan ang ina-assure niya Colonel Frank, papunta na sa, ito na ba ay baka isang ikot pa sa Malacanang. Malamang Colonel Frank, may bulong dyan si Pangulong Duterte sa kanya na sila lang dalawa na kanya. Kanyang will be more meaningful kung maraming magagandang tanawin sa loob ng Malacanang.
Yes, at yan nga, ngayon po ay ating, we're witnessing their walk. They're going towards, I think, dadaan din sila sa, like a military parade. Maya-maya.
May ceremonial ba, Sir Frank, sa ground?
Yes, meron po yan.
Ng PSG? Tama.
Yes.
Going
Yung
towards...
tinatawag na aggressive guest of honor, and
pababa sila.
Pag-alis niya.
Tama, Sir Frank, pababa sila. Kasi may send-off honor din ang PSG as Direct Security Group sa kanilang outgoing Commander-in-Chief and President. Tama. And then, unang bumaba si President Duterte.
Walking down the stairs.
Ayan na, susunod si Bongbong. Napakaganda ng aula na yan.
Kababayan, nakikita po natin ang ating magigiting ng mga magiging presidente at naging presidente ng ating bansa. Nagbigay sa atin ng panibagong buhay. Hindi lamang, kasi isa sa malaking natulungan talaga mula kay PRRD administration is nabigyan niya na mas maayos na buhay ang ating military officers, ang ating mga arms of the security sector. Hindi na yan, pati sa sektor din ng...
Anthony Benetes, shout out sa'yo, Anthony.
Actually, hindi ko mabilang.
Anthony
Pero halos lahat
Benetes.
itaguyod din ng
Anthony.
kanilang buhay.
Anthony.
And one thing for sure, Ma'am Lorraine, that the Duterte government will leave sa kay Bongbong Marcos as the new
Look at
president.
TVBN. Look at TVBN. He's clapping his hands. He's giving really high regards to the
He's observing the...
You are all invited
Nakikita
sa
natin is the
Beta
president.
TV.
and both of them...
regards, all honors given to him.
And both of them, Colonel Frank, are on their way to acknowledge the affirmation and support of the entire Filipino nation. This is a very proud moment observing, sabi nga ni Yusek Lorraine, a transition, smooth and peaceful transition and legitimate acceptance of the majority of the people of the new government from the outgoing administration. Ayan, may discharge honors. Papunta yan sa...
I think Colonel Frank can explain to us what's the military side. Colonel Frank.
Actually, this is the point in time that the president may give his high regards and felicitations to the honors awarded to him
Yeah, departure.
through the leadership of the incoming president.
Yeah.
That is his honoring ceremony. And this is very nostalgic. This is very historic. This is his last honors given by the PSD.
Yeah, tama ka,
We're
Colonel Frank.
witnessing now as a Filipino.
And he will be president in the remaining 1 hour and 22 minutes. Kulang-kulang 1 hour and 22 minutes because officially by the noon time,
Kalukunan mga pinunod kawal. Baba. Ta. Handa. Dala. Kalis. Baba. Ta. Mahal na Pangulo, handa na po ang tanod panakal upang libutin. Tanghal. Ta! Kalupunan. Tanghal. Ta. Baba. Ta. Handa. Dala. Kalis. Baba. Ta. Mahal na Pangulo, tapos na po ang parangal.
Thank you, Lorena.
Salamat po sa tropa. Thank you for the honor. And I will remember it today.
Mga kasama, pinapabot ng ating mahal na Pangulo, Pangulong Rodrigo Roa Duterte, Pangulo ng Republika ng Pilipinas, ang kanyang taos-pusong pasasalamat sa parangal na ating iginawad sa kanya sa umagang ito. Baba. Kalis.
Yan, ating nasasaksihan ang transition. Ha? Natawag na transition to. Yan. Si PRRD, yung outgoing na president po natin, no? Ang isa sa napakagaling na presidente na si President Rodrigo Roa Duterte. At yan, ang incoming naman na president na si Bongbong Marcos. So, palakpakan tayo. Ayan. Nagpapaalam na ang ating magiting at masipag at napakabait na presidente Rodrigo Roa Duterte. Nagpapaalam na sa kanyang mga gabinete.
Yes, Lorraine, it's really drowning in tears right now sa studio. And yeah, I know it's not only Yusek Lorraine, but the whole Malacanang and the people. Not because like they're sad of PRRD is leaving, but at least it was given to another hand that we can really also trust.
Yeah. Pinagkatiwalaan ng mayoriya, overwhelming landslide majority, sovereign mandate of the Filipino people, 31 million mahigit para kay President Bongbong Marcos. I would say this is a historical redemption on the part of Bongbong Marcos in his journey of history ng kanyang pamilya at ng sambayan ng Pilipino. Hindi po mali na kilalanin ang ilang yugto ng ating kasaysayan na kailangang may pagkilala na nagbabago ang mga yugtong ito depende po sa pag-iral ng panahon at pagtanggap at desisyon ng taong bayan. Now we are witnessing no less than the outgoing, most beloved, the one of the most popular rock star president, no less than himself, ang tumanggap ng mainit na mainit sa panibagong pamumuno ni Pangulong Ferdinand Bongbong Marcos Jr. to be the 17th President of the Republic of the Philippines, Yusek Lorraine, Colonel Frank, and Brother Frank.
Again, I can see that this is a very strong display of our democracy. And this peaceful transition of power, a lot of it is very metaphorical right now. Look at that. I'm so touched also that the incoming president, the way he acknowledged the outgoing president,
With respect.
Yeah.
At may paghanga.
May paghanga.
May paghanga. Makita mo, pinalakpakan niya kanina while they were going down the stairs. Ay tinitingnan niya na may paghanga, may pagrespeto. At nung they were on the grounds towards the stage for the final departure honors of outgoing President Rodrigo Duterte, pinalakpakan siya ni Pangulong Bongbong Marcos. I was never able to witness this kind of very meaningful and so expressed na mga pag-turnover ng 2016. Not that I am comparing, but I am only observing Colonel Frank, Ma'am Lorraine, and Brother Frank.
Also, I don't think it was just the incoming president who was giving a round of applause to the outgoing President Rodrigo Roa Duterte, but the entire Philippine nation. What a wonderful president, singular, exceptional.
Yes, and what makes it wonderful is you can see the sincerity of Bongbong Marcos.
Yes, that's right.
Both of them.
Exactly, and it's really I don't know what to say, but unspeakable joy that everyone was feeling right now. Not only the whole Malacanang is really happy at the same time. I will not say it's sad, but I don't know how to explain it, but What do you think, Lorraine? Because you've been part of the Malacanang.
Yeah, you know what? This is a very beautiful moment, right? This is the pomp, the pageantry. But in real life, after this, it's going to be a lot of hard work for the incoming president. So talagang we really and truly need to support him. Tayo dito, we know the challenges that face the incoming president. No? So let's enjoy this moment, but after a while, we roll up our sleeves and get back to work for our country. So in the meantime, let's enjoy this wonderful historical moment that we're witnessing now, that is really more than anything the victory of the Filipino people.
Colonel Frank?
Dagdagan ko pa naman, this is important kasi, this is very important. And this is necessary. Because we are a member of the community of nations. It's not just the Filipino nation who is watching us right now. It is the whole world, especially yung diplomatic community. So, pinapakita lang po natin na ganito ka sibilisado ang Pilipinas, ganito ka vibrant, ganito ka lakas, napakaganda ng ating transitioning of power. Tama si Ma'am Lorraine. It shows, this pageantry shows how strong we are as a nation.
Strong we are,
strong as a nation with the new president.
And it is
The Filipino people have earned the right this moment to enjoy this, no? Kasi this could have ended, this could have been a lot of scenarios, could have been possible na something short of this, di ba, na a bloody revolution, a whatever, di ba, but it didn't end out like that, no? It ended up like this with the peaceful transition of power between two presidents, and we are witnessing all of this peacefully in the calm of our homes, most likely. And so, mabuhay ang Pilipinas talaga dito. Very proud moment for all of us.
Yeah, we're not very sure of the security protocol procedures, but I think the outgoing President Rodrigo Duterte has already left Malacanang. Hindi tayo sigurado kung mag-attend pa siya sa inaugural na pag-deliver ng speech o doon ba gagawin ang actual na may mga seremonyas pa, because those are security protocols na kabahagi ng paghahanda doon sa National Museum. We will watch and see. By 11 a.m., papalitan tayo dito maya-maya nila SAS, nila Attorney Rolex, at nila Brother Admar, Ma'am Lorraine. But we will be back. Again, tomorrow may laban kasama ang bayan. Sir Frank, Brother Franco, Ma'am Lorraine, mga kababayan, I cannot help but balikan ko yung pagkatao ng pamumuno ni Pangulong Duterte sa ilang lines ng paborito kong awitin ng mga kawin sa CPP, NPA, NDF, and I think it will correlate with him. What is that? Sa bigat ng krisis at sa mga pagbangon na hinarap ng bansa, hindi niya tayo iniwan. He stood tall as a leader of the people in the nation. Kung ang gintong palay ay kumakaway, katabi mo ako sa bukid bayan ko. Kung nananalanta ang bagyo't sigwa, ako'y may kubong ligtas. Aling pag-ibig pa ang hihigit kaya sa pag-ibig ko sa'yo, bayan ko. That's the leadership that President Rodrigo Roa Duterte, through thick and thin, he stood tall to lead the country and the people amidst all challenges and crises. And that is a tall order for the next president, President Bongbong Marcos, to take onto the shoes of that kind of leadership of President Duterte, mga kababayan. And we hope and pray, and we will stand by the next president the same way we also stood by the side of President Duterte as a people and as a nation. We will succeed in the next 6 years.
And we know that the whole Filipino are very excited of what's going to happen for this coming administration in a positive way. Because we have seen his father, na ginawa niya, nagampanan niya, tulungan niya, though may mga bagay na kailangan ayusin. At kaya nakikita natin ang naituwid na landas, gaya nga ng aking binanggit kanina, na isa rin sa instrumento para mabigyan ng kalinawan ang mga pangyayari sa nakaraan ay ang ating Pangulong si President Rodrigo Roa Duterte, na dati kasi talaga ng mga isa sa very historical na nangyari sa pamilya Marcos, na ngayon ay isang mapayapa at maayos na transition of power. Pero
ang tawag dito na sa nangyari dito sa Marcos family, poetic justice.
Yun. Poetic justice.
Now we really have gone full circle, and as the incoming president, no, he has all this chance to vindicate the family name, not just for personal gain, of course, but that the Marcos family name is closely entwined with Philippine history,
Hindi
no, and
mapapagyan yan.
yeah, and so we're very grateful because once he is able to demolish all those lies of the CPP, NPA, NDF, then it is the country that wins.
Yes.
Colonel Frank?
Colonel Frank?
Agree. Along the line of our history, sobrang lalim ng kasalanan ng CPP-NPA sa ating incoming president and his family.
Ano,
It's them,
Frank, pasingit lang, highly persecuted, Frank, no?
Dinurog-durog talaga
Yeah.
sila.
Yeah, go ahead, Frank, sorry.
Napakababaw minsan ang tingin natin sa kasaysayan. They are the culprit, parang lumalabas, but along the way, the manipulation, the treachery, everything, nandun po yan sa mga kamay. Madumi, maraming closet na nakatago, mga skeletal closet, doon sa closet ng especially yung mga kalaban sa politika, yung nakipag-align yung CTG doon. There are a lot of things na hindi nalalaman ng ating taong bayan, and later on as this administration goes along, maraming malalaman at realities, and of course we have high hopes na the incoming president should deliver like what the president has done out of President Duterte.
And we are not rewriting history. Hindi po natin binabagong kasaysayan. Pinapayagan natin dumaloy ang panipong yugto ng kasaysayan. At yan po ang mensahe na yun. Tama ba, Sir Colonel Frank? History will always have its own course and dynamics that you can never rewrite it. Kapag sinabi ng taong bayan, ang kanilang pagkilala ay magbigay ng redemption at pagbangon ang pamilya ni Bongbong Marcos at mamumuno muli sa ating bayan. So be it, it's the dynamics of history. Ang pagdaloy ng kasaysayan ay kasama sa pagdaloy ng pagkot ng lipunan at ang nagtatakda niyan mamamayan. When the people spoken, they have already spoken in the elections, 31 million and 32 million respectively, to the top two leaders of the country. Then that's the dynamics of history na dapat natin kilalanin at paninindigan. Malinaw yun na nakaganapan sa ating lipunan.
I think that the Marcos presidency will really different in a sense that yung the story will really unfold, no? Na ano yung I'm sorry, ano yung talagang ginawa sa atin, because the challenge will be different for us. Yung lies na sinabi tungkol sa kanila, I'm talking about, kasi there are people naman talaga who really know the truth, di ba? But for people like me, na matagal na nasa UP ako, di ba, etc., di ba? So, I would like to talk to our people na about this, na merong quote si Keynes, sabi niya, when the facts change, I change my mind, di ba? So in other words, we are asking not that you open your mind and you let's listen as history unfolds and more truths will be unfolded.
As Yusek Lorraine, Colonel Frank, and Eric, though we still want to, for as much as we want to continue, but mga kababayan, puputulin muna namin ang bahaging ito, ang special coverage ng inauguration ni President-elect Ferdinand Bongbong Marcos Jr. Huwag po kayong bibitiw dahil tuloy-tuloy pa rin ang ating pag-antaba sa isang natitirang panunumpa ng ating incoming president. Maraming salamat po mga kababayan sa suporta na ipinapakita niyo po, hindi lang po sa ating bayan, sa SMNI, kundi sa ating magiging Pangulo.
Yes. Maraming salamat, Ma'am Lorraine, Colonel Frank Saison, at mga kababayan. Ito ay araw ng sambayan ng Pilipino, araw ng pagdaloy ng panibagong yugto ng kasaysayan natin. Panindigan natin ang ating lipunan kasama ang pamahalaan, magtatagumpay tayo, mga kababayan. Mahalin natin ang bansang Pilipinas.
Yeah. Mabuhay ang Pangulong Rodrigo Roa Duterte, mabuhay ang incoming President Bongbong Marcos, mabuhay ang Pilipinas. PRRD, for president, um, the honor of my life really is to have served my country under your leadership. It took me a while to say yes from the time you asked me to join you a week after you won, because to make sure that I was giving my heart, my mind, my soul, my life to someone who was worthy of it. And then I wasn't wrong. I was so not wrong. And what a ride you've taken me on, Mr. President. And I want to thank you for that. That there were so many things I found out about myself that I didn't know. And you took me to so many places inside myself and all over the world that I didn't know existed until you took me there. And then you taught me so many, many things. Um, you taught me that it is possible, that I had it in me to love my country the way you did, that I could really and truly, um, willingly lay down my life because I saw you do it every single day that you sat in office, and how much you love the Filipino people. And really, parang every day that I worked with you, I honestly woke up very happy. There were days when it was really bad, no? But even then, that river of joy inside me was just there because I worked for the best president that this country has ever had. Napakabuti niyo po. Napakabuti niyo, Mr. President, na every time I went to you, it wasn't often that I would go to you, but you knew exactly what to say. Not just one of those, but my biggest dream in life for the longest time was to take millions out of poverty. I didn't know how I was going to do it, and I tried to do it, but I couldn't even take one out of poverty because I was doing it alone. But because you invited me, because you trusted me with our country, it's been such an honor to receive that lives have gotten better. And I really want to thank you for that. You've given me such a beautiful life, Mr. President. And I'm really happy when you said the last time I saw you in Davao, you said the rain, we journeyed together. He said, and really we have, no, Mr. President, and it was such a fun journey with you. And I would like to thank you because of you, I was part of the team that took millions out of poverty. And even though I'm a writer, I really have no words to tell you but the deep joy that I feel. And it's true, I'm really quite sad at our leave taking, no, which is really soon. But if there's one thing that I've learned, it's that the people that you really love will always stay with you in your heart. And this is why I will take you with me wherever I go. And everything that I've learned, I will take with me. I'm going to be, I want to be just like you. I want to be as brave and as compassionate as you. And I want to be funny like you. I want to be so loving like you. And I want to thank you for all these gifts that you've given us. So, mahal na mahal kita, Mr. President.
I have known Rodrigo Roa Duterte for almost 70 years. We literally grew up together. We were neighbors, playmates, and schoolmates. He often says I got better grades than he did. But that is true only because
Ayan oh,
he
ayan
did
oh.
not apply
Ayan.
himself fully to schoolwork. The fact is,
Maraming
Roddy
salamat,
is among
PRRD.
the smartest people I have ever known. is an acute judge of character. He has a keen appreciation of how the world works. He has excellent people skills.
Yan lang po kayo guys ha. Ayan, panoorin po natin sabay-sabay yung inauguration ng pang-17 presidente
We saw all
ng
those
Pilipinas na si
virtues in play
Bongbong
when he
Marcos
acted
Jr.
to clean up Davao City, a frontier settlement that became a cesspool of crime and violence. Because of his relentless effort, Davao City is now well on its way to prosperity. We saw all those virtues in play when he engineered a come-from-behind election victory in 2016. When he assumed the presidency, he understood perfectly what needed to be done to bring this nation.
Inyo pong napapanood ang patuloy na pagtutupo ng SMNI News Channel at yung nakikita nyo po sa inyong mga telebisyon ay sa National Museum at kani-kanina lang ay formal na nga na nagkaroon ng pagformal na pagpapalit po mga kapartner. Samantala, ito namang nakikita po ninyo ay ang mga pangyayari naman po sa Malacanang dahil babiyahe po mula Malacanang itong si President Bongbong Marcos papunta doon sa lugar saan po nakatakdang inaugurate ang kanyang pagka-pangulo mga kapartner. At kami po ang inyong makakasama sa patuloy po na pagtutok ng SMNI News Channel. Ako po si Admar Vilando, kasama sina Attorney Suplico at si Mrs. Gando Sasso. At pagpati mo na natin si Sas. Magandang umaga sa iyo.
Magandang umaga, Pilipinas. Magandang umaga, Admar and Attorney Rex Suplico. Kamusta kayo? Excited ba kayo sa mangyayari ngayong araw?
Yes, Attorney Rolex.
Aba, oo, Sas, no? At partner Admar, excited dahil tayo po ay tumitingin, naging testigo, witnesses sa isang historic transition.
Ayan, oo. At kanina nga maraming emotional Sas and Attorney Rolex doon sa pagpapalit noon, ng pagkikita ng incoming at outgoing. Anong maaalala mo, Sas? Noong 2016, under sa pamumuno ni Pangulong Rodrigo Duterte, marami ang mga pagbabago. Marami siyang in-introduce na hindi natin nakasanayan noong mga nakalipas ng mga administrasyon.
Marami ito, Admar. Gusto mo ba isa-isahin natin?
Sige. Habang inaantay natin formal na pag-uumpisa dyan sa National Museum.
Well, I think ang unang-unang nangyari na ating nasaksihan nung umupo si Pangulong Duterte na hindi natin naranasan kahit kailan sa ating buhay ay yung pinangalanan niya kaagad yung mga di umano'y sakot na general sa illegal drug trade. Remember, yun ang isa kaunahin niyang ginawa. Pinangalanan niya yung 5 pulis. At naalala ko pa yan kasi kakaiba talaga si Pangulong Duterte sa mga ganyang announcement. Kasi ginagawa niya madaling araw. So yung mga tao, alam mo yun, gising pa na
na iniintayan. Kasi ating merong announcement na mangyayari pag merong pagsasalita si Pangulong Duterte.
Kumbaga noong panahon pa ng pangangampanya ni Pangulong Rodrigo Duterte Sas, lagi na niyang ginabang ito at nung naluklok na siya pwesto, talagang hindi natin ito nakita sa ibang mga pangulo, yung pagiging matapang. Na talagang alam mo naman na yung babanggain mo is sindikato, mga malalaking tao yan, makapangyarihan in the sense na dahil sa dami ng pera nila, dahil sa kanilang ginagawang mga or pati yung mga oligarko, di ba? Ni Rol, ikaw na ba ang masasabi mo sa nakalipas? Parang napakabilis ng panahon, Attorney Rolex.
Tama po yun, no? Ang Pangulong Duterte po, pagkatapos ng swearing-in ceremonies ay i-hit the ground running. May anunsyo kaagad na ang epekto ay buong bansa natin. Baka maghihintay rin tayo dito sa kay President-elect Bongbong Marcos. Baka meron ding announcement ito in the coming days.
And kasalukuyan yung napanood ang huling kaganapan dyan po sa National Museum at makikita natin dyan yung mga dating Pangulo at nandun si President Erap, nandun din si Senate President outgoing Senator Tito Soto at iba pang mga personalidad. At batay sa information na nakuha natin sa Attorney Rolex, mahigit 1 oras lang. Ang sabi ng mga parang simple at magiging mataimtim lang ang inaugurasyon ni President Bongbong Marcos ngayong arsas. Itong kumbaga yung pagpili sa National Museum, Attorney Rolex, ikaw marami ka na rin napagdaanan ng mga pangulo siguro. Tingin mo, kumbaga pwede ba pwede bang kahit saan lang ang isang pangulo or yung kung saan siya gustong madumpa or yung kanyang inaugurasyon kung saan gagawin?
Actually po ang site ng inaugural ceremonies, including yung address ng Pangulo, ay hindi po nakatakda sa batas yan. Ang batas na tinitingnan natin dito ay ang ating 1987 Constitution. Dito po ay nasasabi na, simple lang sinasabi dito, Partner Admar, ni Sas, nasasabi lang dito na the President and the Vice President shall be elected by the direct vote of the people for a term of 6 years, which shall begin at noon the 30th day of June. Next following date of the election at on the same day, 6 years thereafter. Yan po, kino-quote ko verbatim, yung Section 4 ng Article 7 ng 1987 Constitution. Yun lang po. Yung lahat diyan ay produkto na ng ating tradisyon.
Pero yung kanina na medyo napaaga, napaaga ba yung yung transition nila ni BBM at saka ni President ni PRRD? Mga pa lang yun alas 10 pa rin, alas 10 pa lang yun ang umaga, so okay lang yun.
Well, actually po, kung alalahanin nyo, ang nakalagay dito, dapat po siya ay manunumpa. Ngayong araw, June 30, at honeymoon.
Okay.
Tapos 12 pa siya manunumpa. Yung iba doon, ay may deviation na sa tradition Sa tradition nagsasabi na dapat susundin ng President-elect, yung incumbent president, doon po sa staircase ng sa bottom po ng grand staircase ng Malacanang. Yun lang po. Yun ang sinasabi ng tradition. Tapos together, sasakay sila ng official car ng presidente, papunta po sa site ng invitation. Pati sa loob, sa loob ng sasakyan, ang pating seating arrangement nila, tradisyon din yung nagmamando. Sa likod, super ng driver, ay ang president-elect. Yan. Yun lang po ang sinasabi ng ating tradisyon. Bakit po grand staircase? Well, tradition po ay nagsasabi, nasa grand staircase, doon po nakalagay, pagkita o kanina, yung blood compact na painting ni Juan Luna. Doon din po yung staircase na yun, ang sabi ng tradition po, ay doon po humingi ng petition itong nanay ni Jose Rizal sa Governor General at that time na siya po ay hindi babarilin dyan sa Rizal Park. Umakyat doon sa doon na nakaluhod. Yan pong sabi ng tradisyon natin.
Okay. Dito naman kay Sas, dahil first time ba to sa atin mo na yung mga delegasyon mismo, ba, gaya sa China, mismo yung Vice President pupunta dito sa inaugurasyon, yung asawa ng Vice President naman ng US pupunta rin dito, siguro yung ibang mga diplomat sa mga envoy na nandito naka-assign sa Pilipinas talagang dumadala. Pero yung mga kumbaga mataas na mga opisyal ng iba't ibang mga bansa, anong masasabi mo rito?
I think this is the first time that China sent this kind of delegation. Vice President mismo nila the United States hindi naman official yung asawa ng Vice President, diba? So well, usually the United States really send a delegation. Pero this is the first time that na-witness ko na ang China ay nagpadala ng ganito ka-high profile na delegation.
So kumbaga wala ka naman nakikitang competition doon.
Well, in the first place, hindi naman nila alam kung sino yung ipapadala nung isang bansa. So maaaring coincidence lang na ganito yung nangyari, na yung isa ang pinadala ay asawa ng Vice President. At yung isa naman ang pinadala ay yung Vice President mismo nila. Pero of course, maraming malilikot ang isip, di ba? Bakit parehong posisyon yung tinamaan Vice President ang pinagkaiba nga lang. Yung isa, Vice President talaga.
Battery is low. Please recharge in time.
So, actually, nung labas
Ayan, kumusta mga kaibigan?
Kung diplomat talaga. Alam ko sa diplomacy, symbolism counts a lot. So, nung nakita na nila yung mga delegation ng iba't ibang bansa, at of course, ang inaabangan dyan yung ipapadala ng China at United States, marami ng, alam mo yun, malilikot ang isipan na sinasabi, kita mo, yung isa, asawa na ng Vice President yung pinadala, yung isa, Vice President mismo. So, from that,
battery is low. Please recharge in time.
Itong message na not necessarily na pinaparating ng dalawang bansa na yun, pero message na matatanggap ng mga makakasuksi. Diba? Kasi iba yung papadala mo yung official mo mismo na Vice President. At ipapadala mo lang yung asawa ng Vice President.
Pero kung i-compare mo naman itong pagtanggap ng international community or itong mga iba't ibang mga bansa sa bagong halal na Pangulo at pangalawang Pangulo compared dito sa Duterte administration, meron bang kumbaga makita ba natin
battery is low. Please recharge in time.
Mas maganda yung imahe ng bansa natin sa
daming guests
ni Pangulong Duterte.
at alam nyo guys
kumbaga
nakisama hindi po umulan dyan, pero di ba sabi ng bagat ay
yung
magkakaroon
napili
ng
ng taong bayan ay talagang magkapartido.
pagbugsubuksong ulan.
Hindi naman talaga magkapartido, kumbaga
Pero
magkasundo sila.
nakisama
At
po ang
nakikita nila
panahon,
na maganda ang future natin dito.
at hindi po umulan.
I think ang
Umulan po kaninang
dyan na
hapon
nagbigay ng
hapon na.
sa
Talagang
ibang bansa
nakisama
is
po
yung
ang
fact
panahon.
na the president is elected by a majority.
Po sa bago nating Pangulo,
And
si
of course,
Ferdinand
hindi lang
Bongbong.
yung president, kundi yung vice president. At
Battery is low.
pareho
Please
sila,
recharge
hindi
in
sila pareho
time.
ng partido, pero they are in alliance. And I think, they have been observing yung nangyari nitong last 6 years. I think everyone is observing na magkaiba yung presidente at vice president, na parang magkaiba yung landas na kanilang tinatahak. Diba? Na alam naman natin na yung outgoing president ang daming ginawa na hindi natin alam kung meron ba siya sarili.
Siyempre, marami talagang ginawa yon.
Na
PRRD.
ang gulo-gulo nung last 6 years yung dynamics ng presidente at vice president.
Battery is
At syempre,
low.
hindi naman
Please
dapat yung
recharge
president ang
in time.
mag-a-adjust sa vice president, di ba? Dapat yung vice president ang mag-a-adjust sa presidente. Ano masasabi mo dyan, Attorney Rex?
Well, para sa akin, titignan ko rin, si Mrs. ini-equate niya na ang official vice president ng China ay katumbas ng second gentleman ng Estados Unidos. Ako po hindi, Alam mo ito ang pangalan ng second gentleman na si Dong Emhoff. I hope I pronounce his name right. Siya po ay isang entertainment lawyer sa Estados Unidos.
Entertainment
Hindi po
lawyer.
siya kasama sa bureaucrasiya ng Estados Unidos. Para sa akin, dapat pinadala nila yung Vice President nila o ang Secretary of State. So ako po ay nababahala na ang isang bansa, Estados Unidos, ay nagpapakita ng importansya ng ating bansa sa pagpadala ng second gentleman. Samantala ang China naman, nagpakita rin siya ng importansya ng ating bansa sa pagpadala ng kanyang Vice President. So judging from this important guest, feeling ko mas importante ang Pilipinas sa tingin ng China kasi sa tingin ng Estados Unidos.
Samantala, bago tayo mag-continue sa ating discussion na Attorney Rolex and SAS, ano ba sabi Attorney SAS, nakikita ng ating mga kababayan ngayon yung pag-usad na po ng convoy. Pangulong Bongbong Marcos mula Malacanang. Papunta na po yan ng
Pangulong Bongbong Marcos. Ayan.
At maya-maya.
So, tulong-tulong po, mga kababayan.
12:01, mag-uumpisa na
Tulungan natin ang bagong
panunumpa
halal na presidente.
Inaugural na ceremony ni President Bongbong Marcos, Attorney Rolex.
Tama po yun. Yan po ang sabi ng ating saligang batas.
Okay.
At may mga departments dito, President Admar, no? Dati-rati, ang arrival honors ay ginagawa yan sa site, no? Sa site ng kung saan ang inaugural ceremonies ay naho-hold. Dito, medyo split, hybrid, no? In fact, dati ang president-elect ay hindi po umaakyat ng Malacanang.
Isang venue lang.
Isang venue lang. Susunduin lang niya ang incumbent president at together, babiyahe sila via an official car ng presidente papunta po sa inaugural site. Ito iba na eh. Ang president-elect ay umakyat na mismo sa Malacanang.
Ayun. So, ang pagbabago ngayon, dalawa kasi yung venue. So, yung dati, kung saan yung seremonya, doon lang nagaganap yung yung sinasabi mong attorney. Pero ngayon, dalawa yung venue, isa dyan sa National Museum and yung isa pa nasa Malacanang. So, patuloy po na binabagtas ng convoy ng President or BBM, President BBM papunta na po dyan sa National Museum. Ito yung isa sa mga kasi nagkaroon ng survey sa ang Publicos Asia. At lumalabas sa kanilang survey na mataas na mataas.
Thank you so much sa 4 million and the house.
68% sa lahat ng mga respondents na sinurvey ng Publicos Asia mula June 16 hanggang 22 ang nagsasabi na very well kanilang
Salamat po sa 5 million.
Expectation nila kay President BBM. Ano masasabi mo rito, Attorney Rolex?
Well, ako po titingnan ko po ang boto ng ating President-elect. Siya po kumuha ng pinakamataas na boto sa ating kasaysayan. So ang ekspektasyon po ng taong bayan ay mataas din.
Oo. And SAS, baka may maidagdag ka kasi napakataas ng expectation at kumbaga nagko-coincide naman ito doon sa boto talaga. Baka sabihin na naman ng mga kritiko
Ilang percent?
68%.
I think that's kind of expected na yung incoming president ay mataas yung expectations ng mga tao. Kasi syempre, ganyan naman yan na pag umpisa mo, mataas yung expectation sa'yo na pagandahin mo yung trabaho mo. Pero of course, pagkaalis mo, bumababa na yung rating. Kaya napaka-historic nito ni PRRD I think na mas mataas actually yung expectation kay PRRD noon. I think it was like 98%, 97, line of 90s. Ngayon, natapos siya na 78, 75. Something like that.
Tama.
No? Line of 7.
Oo.
Na, kung makikita natin, of course, bumaba, pero that's still high. Narinig ko nga kanina sina Eric na nag-uusap about that approval rating of the president na sabi nila makasaysayan ito sa ating bansa. I think it's not just in our country, it's actually all over the world. Actually, yung ma-maintain niya na ang kanyang approval rating ay more, hindi siya bumaba ng 50%.
Tama.
Ever. Despite lahat ng nangyari in the last 6 years,
Pag-upo pa nga lang niya, di ba, na grabe, pinutakti na siya ng mga kritisismo hanggang sa bumaba na lang siya. Hindi ko lang alam, itong mga nag-criticize sa Duterte administration, kung nagsawa ba sila or alam ba nila na wala nang nakikinig sa kanila, considering yung trust and approval rating, napakataas pa rin kahit pababa na, last term na ni Pangulong Duterte.
kasi usually pag last term, actually yan ang trend
Diba?
ng mga trust rating ng mga presidente, pabagsak, hindi pataas. Kay PRRD kasi, of course, nag-umpisa to ng mataas. Hindi naman kasi siya nag-dip na below 50 eh. Wala siyang, walang lagapak. Hindi siya lumagapak yung kanyang trust rating. Ang kanyang trust rating is parang yung adon lang ba sa dagat na dalisay.
Ayun.
Diba? Kahit na yung last 6 years, hindi man naman dalisay yung nangyari sa atin. Kasi marami talagang ginawa si PRRD na unorthodox. At marami siyang binangga na institusyon sa ating lipunan. Nandiyan ang media, nandiyan ang simbahan, pati ang gobyerno binangga niya. ang mga oligarko, lalo na yung mga oligarko na talagang nakikialam talaga sa politika at ginagamit ang kanilang economic power para manipulahin ang political system natin para sa kanilang kapakanan. Kakaiba itong nangyari. Of course, binangga din niya ang bansang Amerika. Can you imagine? This is very historic. Siya ang kauna-unahang sitting president na nag-criticize sa bansang Amerika. Hindi niya criticize minura siya ito sa isang international event
malapit na.
action event sa Laos. I think sa Laos.
At eto nga, bago tayo tuloy mag-discuss tungkol dyan, dumating na po sa bahagi ng National Museum ang convoy po ni President Bongbong Marcos kung saan niya gaganapin ang kanyang inaugural ceremony. No? At First Lady, yan. Nakikita niyo po sa screen yung kumakaway, si First Lady Marcos, at yung nasa kabila naman, nandun sa kanang bahagi ng sasakyan, ay si President BBM. Yes, Sas, may dagdag ka?
Ito, pag-usapan natin yung venue. Attorney Rex, kasi kanina meron yung sinasabi si Attorney Rex about sa venue eh. Pero okay, ako bakit maganda yung pagpili dito sa National Museum? Ang slogan, ang tema ng kampanya ni BBM, ni Pangulong Marcos Jr. ay unity. Tapos ang tema naman ng kanyang Vice President ay mahalin natin ang Pilipinas. Ang National Museum ay sumisimbolo sa napakaraming bagay. Ito ang tinatawag na repository ng alaala ng bansa. Ito ang isa sa mga pinakamalaking simbolo ng pagkakaisa. Dahil hindi lang nagkaisa ang iba't ibang kultura, kundi pinagkakaisa din nito ang ating nakaraan, pangkasalukuyan at kinabukasan. So meron siyang unity in terms of time and space. At syempre, ang din ito doon sa tema ni Vice President Sara Duterte, ang sarang sabihin, Vice President Sara Duterte, na mahalin natin ang Pilipinas. Hindi mo pwedeng mahalin ang Pilipinas kung hindi mo mamahalin ang alaala ng iyong bansa. Kaya napakaganda ng lugar na ito na napagdakusan ng inauguration. So, very fitting. Alam mo mga Mark, magaling yun sa optics. They're really good in playing with the symbolism of the nation in order to send a message. And I think they're off to a start.
Sa Attorney Rolex, baka may dagdag.
Thank you, Mark, no? Ito po yung site ng Old Congress. Dito ako nag-opisina nung araw, after passing the buck, ang kapanahon na ni Senate President Obito R. Salonga. Pag lumabas ka dyan, nandyan yung plaque ng 1935 Constitution. Yan sa bunga dyan, no? At saka dito po, pang-apat ito ng inaugural ceremonies. Yung una po, 1935, si Manuel L. Quezon. Pangalawa, 1943, J.P. Laurel. Pang-apat, Manuel Rojas in 1946. At yan, si President-elect Bongbong Marcos.
Anong mga year yan, Attorney Rex?
1935, 1943, 1946, at saka yung pangkasalukuyan.
Ang gaganda ng mga year, ha? Kasi 1935, hindi nagkaroon tayo ng bagong constitution. Tapos yung sumunod ay
73.
Hindi, yung sumunod.
Ang sumunod na 1943.
1943, ito yung panahon ng gera. At 1946, after.
Panghihirang duyang ka ng magiting sa manlulupig, di ka pasiit sa dagat puntok sa simoy at sa langit mong baghaw. May dilag ang tula at awit sa paglayang minamahal. Ang kislap ng watawat mo'y tagumpay na nagdidingding. Ang bituing at araw niya kailan pa may limang kinilim. Lupa ng araw ng marhating pagsintot, buhay ay langit sa piling mo. Aming ligaya na bawat mga ang mamatay ng dahil sa'yo.
Please remain standing for the ecumenical prayer.
Heads in prayer. Sa ngalan ng Ama at ng Anak at ng Espiritu Santo. Amen. O Diyos namin maawain at mapagmahal. Salamat sa araw na ito na inyong nilikha. Puspos ng biyaya para sa mundo at mga Pilipino kung saan aming tinatanggap ang aming bagong Pangulo. Nawa ang araw na ito ay maghatid ng pagkakataon upang maging ganap ang aming hinahangad na pagkakaisa, kaunlaran at kapayapaan. Maging hudyat nawa ito ng tunay na pagbabago, paglilingkod at pag-asa. Sa ngalan ni Kristo naming Panginoon, kasama ng Espiritu Santo. Amen.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Qala rabbukum ud'uni astajib lakum. Ya Allah, the most gracious and the most merciful, please fill our mind and soul with good health and wellness forever. Bless us and our future leader, Ferdinand Romualdez Marcos Jr., a good health and spirit of wisdom, so that he may serve his countrymen. We pray that our nation be crowned with compassion natured by your blood. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار وادخلنا في جنة مع الأبرار يا عزيز يا غفار يا رب العالمين.
Panginoon po naming Diyos, banal ka po at makapangyarihan sa lahat. Pakitanggap po ang aming taos sa pusong pasasalamat sapagkat taglay pa naming lahat ngayon ang aming ang aming lakas. Sasaksihan po namin ang panumpa ng bagong Pangulo ng aming Republika. Nagmamakaawa kaming lahat at tulungan po ang aming Pangulo, maging lahat ng mga nangunguna sa aming pamahalaan, maipatupad ng pantay-pantay lahat ng mga batas po sa pag-unlad ng aming lipunan. Hinihiling po namin maghari sa amin ang iyong katwiran. Sa ngalan po, Ama, ng aming Panginoong Hesukristo. Amen.
Mapagpala po namin Diyos. Binabalik po namin ang papuri at pasalamat sa inyong saganang biyaya na sa kabila ng mga krisis, pandemya, kami po ay patuloy na tumitin na kami po ay mayroong bagong lipunan na kung saan ang bawat isa sa amin ay magkakaisa upang kami po ay umunlad. Panginoon, inyo pong puspusin ng biyaya ang bagong Pangulo. Sampu po ng kanyang buong sambahayan at pamilya. Gayun din po ang lahat ng mga gabinete, ang kanyang administrasyon. At salamat po na kami ay walang dapat ipangamba sapagkat kayo po'y nangako na kayo po ang sasamin. Ito po ang aming pakiusap sa pangalan po ng aming Panginoong Yesus. Amen.
Salamat po, Ama, sa pag-ibig na pinupuno niyo sa puso ng bawat Pilipino. Pag-ibig na maaaring sandalan, gawing pundasyon at
Salamat sa 4 million na nagkakang nanonood.
Patuloy niyo po kami sa pinapano ng pag-ibig sa bayan, sa inyo at sa aming kapwa. Sa pangalan ng Panginoong Yesus. Aming Amang manlilikha at tagapagpagtuyod,
Nagkakaisa po kami ngayon na nagtatalaga
sa
inyong hinirang na maging Pangulo at lingkod si Ginoong Valdez Marcos Jr. Sa kanyang pamumuno at pamamahala, liwanagan niyo po siya ng inyong maningning na ilaw, kasihan at puspusin ng inyong banal na diwa, labatan ng inyong mapagpalang kamay, pangunahan at akayin ng inyong makatwirang tinig, at patuloy na pagkalooban ng nag-uumapaw na pag-ibig at pagmamalasakit sa sambayanang Pilipinas. Bigyan niyo po siya ng mga makakawang sa pamamahala na may pusilak na kalooban, mga manunungkulang maalam, bunga at marugdob ang pagmamahal sa bayan. Kami pong lahat na mamamayan ay patuloy ninyong gabayan na maging matapat sa aming mga tungkulin sa bayan para sa isang maunlad at nagkakaisang Pilipinas.
sa maiksing sandali po ng tahimik na pakikipagniig sa ating Ama sa Langit, ipabatid natin ang ating mga niloloob at pasalamat.
Speeches. Go to the inaugural ceremony of President-elect Ferdinand Romualdez Marcos Jr. Let us now witness and give a big applause to the military parade.
Ito yung ito yung moment na gusto ko dito, yung military.
Na ito, binibigyang pugay ang bagong Pangulo ng Republika ng Pilipinas, Pangulong
Military
Ferdinand
band.
Romualdez Marcos Jr. Kung kaya't narito po ang isang parada bilang pagpaparangal. At tinapong tunghayan ng mga tagapangalaga ng bansa, naglilingkod sa iba't ibang larangan, isinasanggalang ang bansa sa anumang pagbabanta. Sila na nagtataglay ng katapangan at kagitingan, patuloy na nakikipaglaban para sa kapayapaan at kalayaan na ating tinatamasa.
Yun.
Bumubungad po ang parada na kinabibilangan ng ating kor ng mga kadete ng Sandatahang Lakas at Pambansang Pulisya ng Pilipinas, gayon din po ang Tanod Baybayin.
Tanod Baybayin. Tanod Baybayin.
Ng high high-speed opener pass o ang mabilisang paglipad ng FA-50PH o ang tinaguriang Fighting Eagle. Ito ang pangunahing
Fighting
air
Eagle.
asset ginamit sa pagsasagawa ng combat air operation sa Marawi City laban sa ISIS-inspired terrorists. Naipamalas na ng FA-50PH Agila ng Pilipinas ang pagiging most lethal weapon system dahil sa iba't ibang katangian nito na ginagampanan sa pagdepensa at pag-atake sa himpapawid ng Philippine Air Force. Ang FA-50PH bilang air asset ay pinangangasiwaan ng ating 5th Fighter Wing, the home of the country's frontline fighters and jet traders. Nangunguna po sa ating parada ang pinagsamang banda ng Sandatahang Lakas ng Pilipinas.
Sandataang Lakas ng Pilipinas.
Dumaraan po sa ating harapan ang commander ng tropa, Major General Jonas R. Lumawag, Philippine Navy Marines. Ang unang brigada sa kasuotang gala ay nasa pamumuno ni Brigadier General Alvin T. Flores, Army. Ang unang batalyon ay binubuo ng corps ng mga kadete ng Sandatahang Lakas ng Pilipinas na panangunahan ni Cadet First Class Edmond D. Logronio. Mula sa prestiyosong Philippine Military Academy, ang mga ginoo at binibining ito ang mamamahala sa iba't ibang sangay ng Sandatahang Lakas. Ikinikintahan sa kanilang puso't isipan ng kagitingan, integridad at katapatan. Sila na sa hinaharap ay magiging kaagapay sa pagsusulong ng kapayapaan at kaunlaran ng bansa. Sumusunod ang batalyon ng mga kadete mula sa kilalang Philippine National Police Academy sa pangunguna ng Cadet Second Class Joshua R. Pulido. Hinuhubog ang karakter ng mga kadeteng ito upang mamuno sa hinarap ng nananaig ang paglilingkod, karangalan at justisya, gayon din bilang makadiyos, responsable at respetadong mga public safety officers. Mangyaring tumayo po ang lahat para sa pagdating ng watawat ng Pilipinas. Mangyaring magsiyup na ang lahat. Ating natutunghayan ang mga sagisag mula sa Sandatahang Lakas, pambansang pulisya at sa tanod baybayin ng Pilipinas. Ang pangalawang brigada sa kanilang kasuotan ng battle dress attire ay pinamumunuan ni Brigadier General Juanis Leonardi Maano ng Air Force. Sumusunod ang batalyon ng Special Operations Force ang Sandatahang Lakas sa pangunguna ni Commander R.G. Habonete ng Navy. Binubuo ang batalyon ng Ranger at Special Forces ng Philippine Army, Naval Special Operations Group ng Philippine Navy at 7th Special Operations Wing ng Philippine Air Force. Sila mga piling individual na kasanayan ay sa iba't ibang larangan at nakakaangat lalo na sa mga espesyal na operasyon. Narito naman ang batalyon na binubuo ng kapulisan at pangbaybayin na pinapupunuhan ni Police Lieutenant Colonel Joseph Sibayan. Ang ating kapulisan na nagpapatpatpad sa batas ay mapanatili ng kapayapaan ng kalusan at nagsisiguro sa kaligtasan ng ating mamamayan. Ang ating baybayin ay nakatuon sa maritime search and rescue, maritime law enforcement, maritime safety, urban environment action, at maritime security. Tunghayan natin ang mga sasakyan at gamit pa ang Sandatahang Lakas ng Pilipinas, ang bansang pulisya, Pilipinas at tanod baybayin ng Pilipinas, gayon din ang mga tauhang kabilang sa mga espesyal na unit, kasama na rin po ang pansuportang unit. Nangunguna ang mga espesyal na unit ng Sandatahang Lakas ng Pilipinas. Nariyan po ang Explosive Ordnance and Disposal Units, kabilang na rin po ang Chemical, Biological, and Radiological Nuclear Teams. Sumusunod naman po ang Kia Light Tactical Vehicle at Troop Carrying Vehicle. Narito din po ang labing isang Metro Rigid Hull Inflatable Boat Naval Special Operations Group ng Philippine Navy. Ginagamit din po sa mga espesyal na operasyon bilang suporta sa maitutang SEAL Operation. At tinakmiyang combat arms position ng armored assets. Nangunguna ang Commando P-150 na pangahit na disenyo para sa panloob na operasyon panseguridad ng bansa. Kasabay ang Simba Armored Fighting Philippine Army na nagpapakita para sa loob na seguridad. Nariyan din po ang B-300 Armored Personnel Carrier ng Philippine Marine Corps. Isang uri ng sasakyan na magagamit sa lupa o tubig man. Nakukamayan naman po natin ang artillery assets na binubuo ng mga kainansan ng Sandatahang Lakas ng Pilipinas. Nangunguna ang 20mm M39 anti-aircraft cannons at iniakma ito bilang ground-based weapons mula sa F-5 freedom fighters aircraft. Susunod ang Atmos 155mm howitzer system na binuo bilang shoot-and-scoop weapon na agarang magre-responde sa mahirap na kalupaan at kritikal na lugar. Paglalagay ito ng electronic suit na may inertial navigation system-based gun, laying method at automatic loader. Nasa ating harapan ang 105mm howitzers. Sumusuporta ang mga ito sa mga buwensang nasa gitna ng operasyong militar. Ang gamit pandiglo ito ay nagbibigay ng close fire. Inyo naman po nakikita ang 8-ton Euro trucks at 1 1/4 ton SATCO. Ang mga sasakyang ito ay ginamit bilang bahagi ng combat support units. Gayon din sa panahon ng kagipitan, partikular sa humanitarian assistance and disaster response. Mga espesyal na sasakyang naglalaman naman ng mga gamit pang komunikasyon at sistemang pang-impormasyon na may kakayahan upang maisakatuparan ang ugnayan sa pamagitan ng radio communication sa iba't ibang frequency bands. Ang mga sasakyan naman po at nakapitan ng ating pambansang pulisya ng Pilipinas at parang may bayan ng Pilipinas na parang ginagamit sa iba't ibang larangan, seguridad at maging sa kampanya laban sa terorismo at humanitarian assistance and disaster response. Pinangunahan ito ng PNP Highway Patrol na tinaguri ang Guardian of the Highways na nakuon sa operasyon sa lansangan para sa safety at maging sa paglaban sa krimen. Nariyan po ang mga sasakyan, NCRP, ang forensic scene of the crime operatives, ang chemical, biological, radiological, nuclear, and explosives, at ang pinagsanib na explosive ordnance at K9 mobile vehicle van. Natutunghayan ng SWAT van, Special Action Force, na nalulat ng multi-purpose armored vehicle personnel carrier at MG rubber bullets. Mula naman sa kanod baybayin, nariyan ang bomb squad, ambulance at mga patrol cars. Nariyan po ang kanilang jet ski para naman sa agarang makatugon sa seguridad at search and rescue operations. Ang aluminum search and rescue boats na nakadisenyo upang mabilisang makaresponde ang rescue team sa nalunod o biktima ng sakuna sa karagatan. Samantalang ang regional home boats ay ginagamit sa iba't ibang misyong isinasagawa ng Coast Guard Anti-Terrorist Unit. inyong kalangitan at yan ang pagkahayan ng pagdaan ng mga sasakyang pangipapawid ng Santahang Lakas ng Pilipinas. Inyo pong nakita ang 4 na 829 Super Tucano. Sumusunod ang 10 SF-260 Marchetti nakadisenyo para sa basic at intermediate training at silsilbing dependable attack aircraft para sa close air support. Nariyan din ang 4 na Cessna aircraft at ang pag-iisahanin ng mga sasakyang pangipapawid ang siyang na T-41 trainer aircraft. Ang tinatawag na trainer aircraft ay ginagamit sa basic pilot training ng Air and Education Command ng Philippine Air Force.
Lumipad na yung mga helicopter.
Mga kababayan, atin pong natunghayan ang ating sandatahang lakas, ang pambansang pulisya at ang tanod baybayin ng Pilipinas na maaasahan
Tanod baybayin.
saan man at kailanman.
Tanod baybayin pala yun.
Gagapay upang mapanatili ang ayusan, katiwasayan at kapayapaan sa buong kapuluan para sa masaganang kinabukasan ng ating bayang Pilipinas.
Mula naman sa iba't ibang sektor ng ating lipunan. Ang ating mga bayaning sa lalong pagpapaganda at pagpapaunlad ng ating bansa. Ang ating mga medical frontliners.
Medical frontliners. Yan. Mga doktor, nurse. Iba
Sa
pa.
panahong singdilim ng pandemya, ang mga bayaning nagniningning ng pinakamaliwanag. Sila ang ating mga medical at healthcare frontliners. Nanganganib sa bawat araw upang masigurong ligtas at protektado ang bawat pamilyang Pilipino. Ang ating mga overseas Filipino workers. Sa ibayong lupa man o karagatan.
Alam niyo po kung bakit napatayo si Pangulong Marcos? Kasi naranasan niya po ang magkaroon ng COVID. Ganun po kahalaga yung mga frontliners na yan.
At pagmamahal sa trabaho. Karangal-rangal ang kanilang mga sakripisyo.
Yan. Nararapat lang na magbigay-pugay
Malayo sa kanilang
sa mga
mahal sa
frontliners.
Kapalit ng kanilang di matatawarang kontribusyon sa ating ekonomiya. Mga atletang Pinoy.
Mga atletang Pinoy.
Saan ng palakasan. Walang tatalo sa puso ng atletang Pinoy.
Walang tatalo sa mga
Dugot,
puso
pawis
ng
at sakripisyo
atletang Pinoy.
mula pagkabata. Upang makamtan ang medalyang hinahangad. Ang karangalang inyong dala para sa bansa. Sa bawat labang buhay ang inyong itinataya. Ay kabayanihang ating kinikilala.
Philippine Athletes.
Ang manggagawang Pilipino.
Yan, manggagawang Pilipino.
Kinikilala bilang haligi ating pag-unlad bilang isang bansa. ang kanilang pagpupunyagi at pagsisikap na maitaguyod ang pamilyang Pilipino sa kabila ng anumang balakid ay ating bigyang dangal. Anumang industriya o antas ng panunungkulan,
Antas ng pangkulan.
ang bawat manggagawang Pilipino
Bawat manggagawang Pilipino
ay bahagi ng pagbabago.
Ito si Gas
Ang ating
Abilgas.
transport sector,
Gas.
panluma, pantubig
Pantubig
o panghimpapawid,
upang hipapuin
ang ating ligtas na paglalakbay ay
ating
hatid ng
ligtas
ating
na
transport
paglalakbay
sector.
ay hatid ng ating transport sector
Mula sa mga tsuper,
mula sa mga tupir,
piloto
piloto,
at flight attendants
flight attendant,
o mga seafarers
o mga seafarer,
at kapitan ng barko.
ng barko,
Ang kanilang husay at galing
kanilang husay at galing
ay katuwang natin sa paglalakbay tungo sa maunlad na bukas.
ay katuwang natin para sa maunlad na bukas.
Isang pagpupugay
Isang
sa ating mga
pagpupugay
magsasaka
ating magsasaka
at mangingisda.
at mangingisda.
Kinikilala natin ang huwarang kontribusyon ng ating
Kinikilala
mga bayani
natin
sa pagpapaunlad ng sektor ng agrikultura.
Agriculture,
Ang ating likas na yamang lupa at karagatan
ang likas na yaman at karagatan,
kasama ang mga makabagong teknolohiya
kasama ang bagong teknolohiya,
isang masaganang kinabukasan para sa agrikultura at matibay na seguridad sa pagkain ang naghihintay sa atin. Outing Street Management Services Sector. Malinis, ligtas, at maayos na mga kalye at lansangan. Hatid ng ating mga kababayan sa serbisyo. Sinisigurong malinis ang ating kapaligiran. Maginhawa ang daloy ng trapiko. At ligtas ang ating publiko sa daan. Saludo po sa inyo. Ang ating construction industry.
To read the joint resolution from the Senate and House of Representatives, Senate President Vicente Tito Soto III.
Marian. Yan, tuloy-tuloy po ang panonood dito po sa channel ni M1 Star Dani TV. Yan, courtesy of SMNI.
and co-chair
Pera
of the
po.
joint public session of Congress that canvassed the votes for presidential and
Senate
vice
President Tito
presidential
Soto.
candidates in the national elections
Mag-umpisa na po
held
ang
on the 9th
programa.
of May, 2022. It is my distinct honor and privilege to join you in this historic occasion and read the dispositive portion of the resolution of both houses, which proclaimed the duly elected President and Vice President of the Republic of the Philippines. The dispositive portion of the said resolution reads as follows. Resolved further to declare that candidate Ferdinand Bongbong Marcos Romualdez Marcos Jr. and candidate Sara Zimmerman Duterte received the highest number of votes cast for President and Vice President respectively in the national elections held on the 9th of May, 2022, and by virtue thereof, to proclaim Ferdinand Bongbong Romualdez Marcos Jr. as the duly elected President of the Republic of the Philippines, and Sara Zimmerman Duterte as the duly elected Vice President of the Republic of the Philippines.
To administer the oath of office to President-elect Ferdinand Romualdez Marcos Jr., Chief Justice Alexander G. Gesmundo. May we request on stage Attorney Liza Araneta Marcos, Ferdinand Alexander Sandro Marcos, Joseph Simon Marcos, and William Ben Marcos to witness the oath taking.
Mangyaring taas ang kanang kamay at wikain ang mga sumusunod. Ako, si Ferdinand Romualdez Marcos Jr.
Si Ferdinand Romualdez Marcos Jr.
ay mataimtim na nanunumpa. Natutuparin ko ng buong katapatan at sigasig.
Natutuparin ko ng buong katapatan at sigasig
ang aking mga tungkulin.
Ang aking mga tungkulin
bilang Pangulo ng Pilipinas.
Bilang Pangulo ng Pilipinas.
Pangangalagaan at ipagtatanggol ang kanyang konstitusyon. Tutupad ang mga batas nito.
Ipapatupad ang mga batas nito.
Magiging makatarungan sa bawat tao.
Magiging makatarungan sa bawat tao.
At itatalaga ang aking sarili.
At itatalaga ang aking sarili.
Sa paglilingkod sa bansa.
Sa paglilingkod sa bansa.
Kasiyanawa ako ng Diyos.
Kasinawan ako ng Diyos.
Congratulations, Mr. President.
Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, the President of the Republic of the Philippines, President Ferdinand Romualdez Marcos Jr.
His Excellency David Hurley, Governor General of Australia, and First Lady Linda Hurley, Their Excellencies, Special Envoys, and Heads of Delegations, His Excellency, Most Reverend Charles John Brown, and the esteemed members of the Diplomatic Corps, Vice President Sara Duterte, President Fidel Ramos, President Joseph Ejercito Estrada, President Gloria Macapagal Arroyo, Senate President Vicente Soto III, and the honorable members of the Philippine Senate, House Speaker Lord Alan J. Velasco, and the honorable members of the House of Representatives, Chief Justice Alexander Gesmundo, and the honorable justices of the Supreme Court, of course, First Lady Lisa Araneta, and Mike Alexander, Simon, and Vincent. I cannot proceed without a special greeting, of course, to the former First Lady Imelda Romualdez Marcos. Other distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, my friends, ang aking minamahal na mga kababayan, magandang tanghali po sa inyong lahat. This is a historic moment for us all. I feel it deep within me. You, the people, have spoken, and it is resounding. When my call for unity started to resonate with you, it did so because it echoed your yearnings, mirrored your sentiments, and expressed your hopes for family, for country, and for a better future. That is why it reverberated and amplified as it did, to deliver the biggest electoral mandate in the history of Philippine democracy. By your vote, you rejected the politics of division, I offended none of my rivals in this campaign. I listened instead to what they were saying. And I saw little incompatibility with my own ideas about jobs, fair wages, personal safety, and national strength, and ending want in a land of plenty. I believe that if we but focus on the work at hand and the work that will come to hand, we will go very far under my watch. You believe that too. At pinakinggan ko ang tinig ninyo na ang sinisigaw ay pagkakaisa, pagkakaisa, pagkakaisa. We will go farther together than against each other, pushing forward, not pulling each other back, out of fear, out of a misplaced sense of weakness. But we are the furthest from weak. The Filipino diaspora flourishes even in the most inhospitable times, where they are valued for their quality. The changes we seek will benefit all and will shortchange no one. I was not the instrument of change. You were that. You made it happen. I am now. You picked me to be your servant, to enable changes to benefit all. I fully understand the gravity of the responsibility that you've put on my shoulders. I do not take it lightly, but I am ready for the task. I will need your help. I want to rely on it. But rest assured, I do not predicate success on the wide cooperation that's needed. I will get it done. I once knew a man who saw what little had been achieved in independence, in a land of people with the greatest potential for achievement. And yet, they were poor. But he got it done. Sometimes with support, sometimes without. So will it be with his son. You will get no excuses from me. I am here not to talk about the past. I am here to tell you about our future. A future of sufficiency, even plenty of readily available ways and means to get done what needs doing. By you, by me. We do not look back, but ahead. Up the road that we must take to a place better than the one we lost in the pandemic. Gains made and lost, opportunities missed, well-laid plans superseded by the pandemic. Indeed, ours was the fastest growing economy in ASEAN by what is now outdated. We shall be again by radical change in the way the world must now recover what we have lost in that fire and move on from there. We face prospects of the spread of the war abroad, of which we are totally blameless. We seek friendship with all. But countries like ours will bear the brunt of it. And if the great powers draw the wrong lessons from the ongoing tragedy in Ukraine, the same dark prospect of conflict will spread to our part of the world. Yet, there is more out there. Like going forward by new ways of doing the pandemic forces to adopt. A stronger resilience, quicker adaptability. They are our best prevention. They are our best protection. Quiet reflection in a rough and tumble campaign of a breadth and intensity never experienced reveals some of them. Such as a willingness to listen despite the noise. The hesitation to quarrel over differences, and to never, ever give up hope of reconciliation. These gave me the peace to ponder deeper. There are hints of a road not taken that could get us out of here quicker. to something better, something less fragile. There is also what you people did to cope, but this time empowered by new techniques and more resources. You got by getting some of what you needed with a massive government help. And for this, I thank my predecessor for the courage of his hard decisions. There is a way to put more means and choices in your hands. I trust the Filipino. Imagine how much more you'd achieve if government backstops instead of dictating your decisions. Always there to pick you up when you fall. Giving what you need to get past a problem. Imagine if it vested in your self-empowerment to bring it closer to taking on whatever challenges come. Imagine a country that, in almost every sense, is you. Now imagine what you and government can achieve together. We did it in the pandemic. We will do it again. But again, I will not predicate my promise to you on your cooperation. You have your own lives to live, your work to do, and there too I will help. Government will get as much done alone without requiring more from you. That is what government and public officials are for. No excuses, just deliver. It was like that once upon a time. I didn't talk much in this campaign. I did not bother to think of rebutting my rivals. Instead, I searched for promising approaches better than the usual solutions. I listened to you. I did not lecture you who has the biggest stake in our success. And the forthcoming State of the Nation will tell you exactly how we shall get this done. In this fresh chapter of our history, I extend my hand to all Filipinos. Come, let us put our shoulders to the wheel and give that wheel a faster turn to repair and to rebuild and to address challenges in new ways to provide what all Filipinos need to be all that we can. We are here to repair a house divided, to make it whole, and to stand strong again in the bayani express of our nature as Filipinos. We shall listen to contrary views. Be open to suggestions coming from hard thinking and unsparing judgment. But always from us, Filipinos. We can trust no one else when it comes to what is best for us. Past history has often proven that. Solutions from outside divided us. None deepened our understanding. They were always at our expense. Never forget, we are Filipinos. One nation, one republic, indivisible. We resisted and never failed to defeat foreign attempts to break up our country in my father's watch. His strongest critics have considered that. So let us all be part of the solution that we choose. In that lies the power to get it done. Always open to differing views, but ever united in our chosen goal. Never hesitating to change it, should it prove wanting. That is how agile, resilient republics are made. Our future we decide today. Yesterday cannot make that decision anymore, nor can tomorrow delay it. The sooner we start, the surer the prospect of achieving our future. These are troubling times. What's happening to others can happen to us, but it will not. We see what's happening. We are witness to how it is being stopped, and we have seen the glory-crowned struggle against all odds. Giving up is not an option. We've been through times of bitter division, but united, We came through to this when it shall begin again, but better. The campaigns I've run have taken me here where I stand today. I listen to you, and this is what I have heard. We all want peace in our land. You and your children want a good chance at a better life in a safer, more prosperous country. All that is within reach of a hard-working, warm, and giving race. Your dreams are mine. Pangarap nyo ay pangarap ko. How can we make them come true? How can we do it together? But I will take it as far as anyone with the same faith and commitment can, as if it depended entirely on themselves. Sa pangarap na maging mapayapa ang ating bansa, ang pangarap nyo ay pangarap ko. Sa pangarap na maging maunlad ang ating bansa, ang pangarap nyo ay pangarap ko. At sa pangarap na maging mas masinan ang kinabukasan natin at ng ating mga anak, ang pangarap nyo ay pangarap ko. We are presently drawing up a comprehensive, all-inclusive plan for economic transformation. We will build back better by doing things in the light of the experiences that we have had, both good and bad. It doesn't matter. No looking back in anger or nostalgia. In the road ahead, the immediate months will be rough, but I will walk that road with you. The pandemic ravaged bigger economies than ours. The virus is not the only thing to blame. What had been well built was torn down. We will build it back better. The role of agriculture cries for the urgent attention that its neglect and misdirection now demands. Food self-sufficiency has been the key promise of every administration. Not one delivered. There were inherent defects in the old ways and in recent ways too. The trade policy of competitive advantage is the case that when it comes to food sufficiency, a country should not produce but import what other countries make more of and sell cheapest. Then came Ukraine. The most vulnerable when it comes to food are the countries furthest away from conflict, those bearing no blame for provoking it. Yet they face the biggest risk of starvation. If financial aid is poured into them, though it never is, there is nothing to buy. Food is not just a trade commodity. Without it, people weaken and die. Societies come apart. It is more than a livelihood. It is an existential imperative and a moral one. An agriculture damaged and diminished by unfair competition will have a harder time or will have no prospects at all of recovering. Food sufficiency must get the preferential treatment the richest free trade countries always gave their agricultural sectors. Their policy boils down to don't do as we do. Do what we tell you to. I'm giving that policy the most serious thought if it doesn't change or make more allowances for emergencies with long-term effects. It's a parallel problem in our energy supply. Sufficient fossil fuel-free technology for whole economies has yet to be invented. And it is not seriously tried by rich countries. Again, consider the response of the richest countries to the war in Ukraine. But surely, a free world awash with oil can assure supplies. Or we will find a way. We are not far from oil and gas reserves that have already been developed. What we teach in our schools, the materials used must be rethought. I am not talking about history. I'm talking about the basics, the sciences, sharpening theoretical aptitude and imparting vocational skills, such as in an example, alongside the national language, with equal emphasis and facility in a global language, which we had and lost. Let us give OFWs all the advantages we can for them to survive and to thrive. Our teachers from elementary up are heroes fighting ignorance with poor paper weapons. We are condemning the future of our race to menial occupations abroad. Then they are exploited by traffickers. Once we had an education system that prepared coming generations for more and better jobs. There is hope for a comeback. Vice President and soon-to-be Secretary of Education, Sara Duterte Carpio, will fit that mission to a T. We won't be caught unprepared, under-equipped, and understaffed to fight the next pandemic. To start with, we never got over the pandemic of poor, if any, free public health. The last major upgrade of a public health system, exemplified by the resources poured into PGH, predates the current shambles by 3 generations. Our nurses are the best in the world. They acquitted themselves with the highest distinction abroad, having suffered even the highest casualties. With the same exemplary dedication at home, they just got by. They're there because we cannot pay them for the same risk and workload that we have back here. There will be changes starting tomorrow. I am confident because I have an OPLEC in my cabinet. There were shortcomings in the COVID response. We will fix them out in the open. No more secrets in public health. Remember, I speak from experience. I was among the first to get COVID. It was not a walk in the park. My father built more and better roads, produced more rice than all administrations before his. President Rodrigo Roa Duterte built more and better than all the administrations succeeding my father's. Much has been built, and so well, that the economic dogma of dispersing industry to develop the least likely places has been upturned. Development was brought to them. Investors are now setting up industries along the promising routes built. And yet, the potential of this country is not exhausted. Following these giant steps, we will continue to build. I will complete on schedule the projects that have been started. I'm not interested in taking credit. I want to build on success that's already happening. We will be presenting the public with a comprehensive infrastructure plan. 6 years could be just about enough time. No part of our country will be neglected. Progress will be made wherever there are Filipinos, so no investment is wasted. The recovery of Philippine tourism with its emphasis on accessing nature's beauty, I am sure will exceed expectations. And bigger is not always better, but there's something to be said for economies of scale. And yet the country invites investments in fast-rising industries with quick returns and inflicts irreparable damage for future generations. We have yet to see large-scale practical solutions to pollution, though some are beginning to emerge. But there are tried and proven new ways of mitigation. Blades have been turning over the sand dunes of Ilocos Norte, harnessing a power all around, but unseen, long before this day. I built them. The rich world talks a great deal, but does a lot less about it than those with much less, but who suffer more death and destruction from climate change and lack of adaptation. We will look to our partners and friends to help the Philippines, who, despite having a very small carbon footprint, is at the highest risk. First, spare victims, then help them recover, and move on to lessen the harmful impact of climate change. We too have our part to play. We are the third biggest plastics polluter in the world. But we won't shirk from that responsibility. We will clean up. You will not be disappointed. So do not be afraid. With every difficult decision that I must make, I will keep foremost in my heart and in my mind the debt of gratitude I owe you for the honor and responsibility that you have conferred on me. Whatever is in a person changes for the better of others, I lay before you now in my commitment. I will try to spare you. You have your other responsibilities to carry. But I will not spare myself from shedding the last bead of sweat or giving the last ounce of courage and sacrifice. And if you ask me why I am so confident of the future, I will answer you simply that I have 110 million reasons to start with. Such is my faith in the Filipino. Believe, have hope. The sun also rises like it did today, and that will tomorrow. And as surely as that, we will achieve the country all Filipinos deserve. God bless the Philippines. God bless our work. Maraming salamat po sa inyong lahat. Mabuhay ang Pilipinas. Magandang tanghali po.
Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, the President of the Republic of the Philippines, President Ferdinand Romualdez Marcos Jr.
We will now have a photo opportunity with President Ferdinand Romualdez Marcos Jr. May we invite the first family on stage. First Lady Liza Araneta Marcos, Ferdinand Alexander Sandro Marcos, Joseph Simon Marcos, and William Vincent Marcos.
Medyo po kinatunghayan ang naging talumpati at una doon yung panunumpa niya at yung naging talumpati ni President Bongbong Marcos. Umabot ito ng nasa higit kumulang 30 minuto na panunumpa at the same time hanggang doon sa speech at kasalukuyan po nagkakaroon ng photo opportunity po. At kasama pa rin natin si Attorney Rolex Suplico at si Sas Rogando Sas. Unahin muna natin tanungin si Sas. Ano masasabi mo doon sa naging speech ni Pangulong Bongbong Marcos?
Speech. Bigyan muna natin ito ng comment na nakikita natin ngayon sa screen. The Vice President and the President together. Kasi during the inauguration of President Duterte, the Vice President wasn't there. I think magkasabay pa ata sila. Hindi ba sila magkasabay ng inauguration noon? Iba to. Ibang nakita mo siya, the Vice President is beside the President. Talagang unity talaga ito mula noon. At sana magpatuloy ito. So magtungo na tayo sa speech. Napakaganda ng speech ito. Yun lang ang nasasabi. Yun ang una-una kong naramdaman nung naririnig ko yung speech na ang galing, we all know the oratorical skills of BBM. Talagang nandun siya. Nag-Oxford yan. Kahit ano pa sabihin mga kritika niya. Nag-Oxford yan. And then, ang isa sa mga A-levels niya para makapasok ng Oxford is English. Iba-iba yung oratorical skills talaga ni BBM, ni President. BBM, President BBM. Kaya in terms of the content, napakayaman ng content ng speech na to. Pero pag pag isusulat ko ang magko-contact sa speech to, halimbawa, I will look back dito sa speech to 30 years from now or 40 years from now. Ang maalala ko dito, na I think the most quotable quote here, parang ito ang kanyang I became with so, we conquered na line. Yung, we are Filipinos. One nation, one republic, indivisible. Ang ganda nun. Hindi lang yung words, the way na construct yung verse na yon, and the way BBM delivered. So I think if you're going to have a clip about this inauguration speech, ayun dapat ang maging sentro eh. Kasi yun na yung message niya ni President BBM.
Pinapakawalan talaga niya. Wala nung nag-usap yung campaign hanggang sa salukuyan, yung unity.
Yes.
Pagkakaisa.
Yes. Yun yung paulit-ulit na message na to. Saka yung saka yung role na hindi na tayo dapat lumampas sa past. We have to look forward to the future.
Attorney Rolex.
Well, para sa akin, no, years later, pag-usapan natin itong particular speech ni President Bongbong Marcos, no. Ito yung iiwanan sa akin. I will not talk about the past, but the future. And we look ahead. Ito po, no. Ito yung cornerstone ng kanyang inaugural address. So kung parang na-quote tayo, may quotation tayo, ito yung naalala ko palagi. Tama, I agree with Ms. Sass, no? Parang Julius Caesar. I came, I saw, I conquered. Bini, Benny, Didi,
Yun eh. We are Filipinos, one nation, one republic. Indivisible. Ang ganda ng delivery ni BBM doon.
Ayan tapos na mga kababayan ko. Tapos na po ang inauguration ng pang-17 na presidente ng Pilipinas na si Ferdinand Romualdez Marcos Jr.
Si President Duterte higit na mga problema na solusyonan.
Hanggang dito na lang po ang ating live. So thank you so much.
Ngayon dito
Thank you.
President BBM.
Until tomorrow. Bukas po ulit ay mamasama tayo. 11 p.m. Ayan, dahil babalik na ako sa closing time ng aking trabaho. So,
meron siyang maganda dito message.
Maka-live tayo ulit at 11 p.m. So, thank you so much. And God bless you all. Bye-bye! Congratulations po sa ating bagong presidente na si Ferdinand Bongbong Romualdez Marcos Jr. Saludo po kami sa inyo at sana'y mapagtagumpayan nyo ang lahat ng yung mga naipangako ng kampanya. Dahil kami nasa likod nyo po, mga supporters ng BBM.
Don't do as we did. Ganyan. Kasi nga, yan yung tinatawag.
At ipapanalangin po namin ang iyong tagumpay ni BP Sara. Yan, so, salamat. At kayo po ang
pinagkakait nila ito sa mga bansang pa-develop pala katulad
nanalo sa
at ang ganda ng maganda na isinama
eleksyon na ito.
President BBM. And lastly,
so thank you very much guys.
Dito natatatak din.
Bye-bye.
Is yung sinabi niya na walang makakatulong sa atin kundi tayo lang. I don't know the exact terms, pero ganun.
Walang makakatulong sa atin kundi tayo lamang na mga kapwa Pilipino.
It failed us.
Bye-bye guys.
Just like what happened to us in the past. Malalim yun, ha? Malalim yun. And that for me signifies his foreign policy.
And so bye-bye na. Salamat.